Here?
No, I think I didn't.
Oh, do Goki.
Yeah. I put into homework deck.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yes. So.
Finished?
Finished.
Where did you find that?
From.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me open that. I gotta switch back from desktop to.
One of us.
Oh yeah, that's okay, PDF. Okay, switch back to desktop. Okay. I guess it's on this page.
Yeah, and it is drawing summary.
This is interesting. It's a learning goal orientation had a small positive effect on worry. Learning goal. So that means if you choose the person can't have worry, can't feel worry if they want to learn. See, it says here learning orientation doesn't help worry very much. Learning goal orientation isn't therapy. If a person can't get rid of worry,
Cannot.
if they can't it's a problem
うん
in the classroom.
うん
If a student goes to class with worry,
うん
they're not going to learn. And even if the teacher tries to make
うん
a learning goal
うん
environment,
うん
if the student has worry,
うん
it won't help.
So it means Japanese style classroom doesn't good, isn't good.
Sounds like, yeah.
So if students try to not study at all, maybe they don't have any worry.
If the student, say that again.
If the student doesn't study at all,
They won't have worry. That's right. Yeah. Oh wait, no. If the
No?
student doesn't study,
if they don't
well, it's
study,
probably because they have worry.
ah,
They're worried about something.
ah,
And there's juken,
ah,
so that causes worry. That's pretty interesting. Wow. So what kind of goal orientation do you think juken is? It's a test.
so
Just memorizing.
yeah, just
I don't know. I never did juken. What is it like? Do you think it's learning? I don't think so, because after the test is over, you forget everything.
so for me, I like memorizing English word or vocabulary and 文法 and that kind of study I didn't forget about that kind of study because I need to use it after the juken finished, but like math or 科学 chemical
Science? Oh, chemistry.
chemistry I never use after juken. I forgot all of it. So for me, juken is not all of juken is useless. Is not useless. Part of juken is very needed for me, but most of it it's not it's not so it's not 役に立つ for me.
Not useful.
Not useful after juken.
Did you feel worry?
About juken? Yeah, I feel worry so much. Every day I think I need to memorize from this and this, but I couldn't.
So what did you do?
So
Do you think you used self-regulation skills?
no. Just everyday use memorizing.
How do you memorize? What kind of skill do you use? Or technique? Can you remember?
I make a note and write red pen and red 下敷き and read many times and or
Oh, just read it over.
yeah and start slow questions 問題集
Oh, so you have to buy
yeah
the Mondai Shu.
yeah of course so but most of 問題集 the school decided to which textbook we use so I didn't choose textbook just the school give us this textbook is good this textbook is good
And you memorize the textbook?
yeah
What is that? Wow, that's not even in the Malpass study. Just plain memorizing. I don't know.
So reading over and through textbook and if I finish that textbook okay go back to first
And do it
go back
over.
to first
So that can't be classified. Wow. That's not even gosh, I'd have to find I don't think I never encountered a research study that talked about the effectiveness of just doing the book over and over again.
so
It's so passive. Oh yeah, it's passive learning.
yeah we never choose sometimes we choose textbooks but even mostly we don't choose textbooks
But did you choose other textbooks to help you?
yeah if I want it's okay but so my high school is my high school choose so much textbooks so I don't have more time to choose new textbooks
Did you write reports?
for what
For what? To see if you understand the material. I guess not. Wow.
so we turned in a textbook to my teacher my answer is this and this is not this is correct this is not
Yeah, memorization is nowhere.
and so 受験 in when we took 受験 when I took 受験 also I need to know how to solve 受験 question so there is a technique to solve 受験not studying but so we couldn't get high score just only knows the
Answer?
answer. So,
Oh, you had to show how you got that answer.
yeah,
But that's just memorization, right?
yeah. We need to memorize
Yes.
how to how to get answer. So like many so like history so history need to choose which one is not correct.
Oh, that's multiple choice.
And next question is which one is right. And next one is we need to choose two correct answer. And next one is we need to choose two wrong answer. So I need to pay attention to which one should I choose for answer. I need to find out right answer or wrong answer. So teacher told to us how to notice which one we needed to answer. Like we needed to underline the 正しくないおは正しいおは間違っているおは間違っていないおは
I have nothing to say. It's just a very different way.
Yeah.
Very, very different.
So
Hmm.
even I have lots of knowledge about history, if I don't know how to choose answers, I couldn't get high score.
Okay, thank you for your explanation. So I guess this would be okay. Have what's effect of and self-efficacy have positive, but let's see how strong. Okay, it doesn't say, but positive. Yeah, that's I guess that's okay. We're going to switch back to the desktop. Yeah, that's okay. Do you remember this answer?
Sorry.
Let me go ahead and show the answer. Oh, that's interesting. Effort to stimulate self-efficacy. That's a nice answer. Effort. Mm-hmm. Effort to stimulate self-efficacy. Okay, where's that at? What page?
The same page. Last sentence from
okay. Efforts. But you see, that's that effort is the teacher. The teacher makes effort to stimulate self-efficacy. Well, that's all right. So confidence. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we need to change this. So this would be the teacher. The teacher should put effort into what? The teacher should put effort into what? With gifted students. The teacher should put effort into what with gifted students? And that would be effort into stimulating self-efficacy. Teachers should be putting into what? Effort into stimulating self-efficacy. But then, here's a really important point though. The teacher also has to tell the student okay, when self-efficacy increases, use meta motivation to make the goal. But it can't be, it says stimulate. It didn't say increase. That's very important. Because what happens if the student gets too much self-efficacy?
Too much. The worry getting high?
Worry, no. What happens to meta motivation when self-efficacy increases? See, it's a negative relation. Oh, we need to put this in Anki. self-efficacy should be stimulated and should be stimulating, not increasing self-efficacy. Why? See, the meaning it's totally different. Stimulating and increasing. Okay, let's show answer. Probably 30 seconds passed already.
So, getting too much self-efficacy makes meta motivation
Decrease. Right, so the balance, the level of self-efficacy must be realistic.
So not too high, not too low.
Yeah. A good balance. Yeah, so that's why here, good choice of words. Yeah, stimulated, just stimulated. Maybe just a little bit. You just need a little bit. Stimulate a little bit. A little bit is enough. It can't be too low because then motivation will be too high, and so will worry. Worry will be too high. But you know, when you did Juken, so you had a lot of worry. So you must have had a lot of motivation too.
Yeah.
And there was no confidence.
Yeah.
Wow. Let me think. I can't even imagine that kind of classroom. Gosh, Japanese are tough. Wow. Let me see. Wait a minute. You have no confidence. Jeez. It makes.
So I don't have any confidence, and I have too much meta motivation. So I make too high hurdle to me. So I couldn't memorize too much word in a day.
Oh, I got it. So that must mean Japanese are in mastery avoidance. You made your hurdle too high.
Yeah.
Always mastery avoidance.
So, making too high hurdle, I couldn't get that hurdle, so I feel low confidence, and so again I make too high hurdle. I couldn't get every
Just
day.
listening to you explain that makes me worried.
And so making every day that's kind of hard, too high hurdle. I couldn't. Too high hurdle. I couldn't. So when I took Juken, I choose. Most of students chose
Chose.
two kinds of school. One school is One school is
Vocational.
vocational. I forgot even in Japanese word. One school is a little bit higher level of compared to my level. So if I could pass that university, maybe it's lucky. And I choose a little bit lower school, so I could pass safely. So even when I chose schools, I make a too much high hurdle school and low hurdle schools. So maybe it's also mastery avoidance.
And Japanese like to use that word hurdle.
Yeah,
Hadoru.
hurdle.
Got it.
なんて言ったかな
Mastery avoidance. Hmm.
なんて言ってたんだっけ I forgot Japanese word. So for 受験生 there is a word high level school and low level school. I forgot.
I could probably find it on the internet. ICT. Everywhere. It's being used everywhere. I don't think ICT in the United States. Construction. 設計 oh 工事現場 telecommunications. Anyway, upper lower Japan, upper and lower level tier schools.
So, lower level school we call 滑り止め.
There it is, see? It says sometimes called a lower school. Oh no, this is primary school. High school is upper level. Suberi dome.
Because it's a little bit lower level, so so 受験生 most afraid they can't go to any university, so not 滑らないように滑り止め
They go to the lower level.
yeah, lower level. Higher level,
That's interesting. So, how about 専門学校?
専門学校
That's vocational school. The current university in 専門学校.
The Japanese 専門学校 is sometimes it's not even school.
Senmonshi. That's only 2 years. 短期大学、
短期大学な、短期大学 is very decreasing because student doesn't want to go to Tandai so much.
Here they call Tokugawa or Edo Jidai the isolationist era. Oh, here's Edo right
Edo.
here.
Sakoku.
Yeah.
So I just heard Sakoku is not proper word. So in so the government tried to reject the Sakoku, the word of Sakoku, and they tried to use another word. I couldn't find the word, but 滑り止めチャレンジ校 I think.
We could do this. Anaume.
No.
Oh, we can go ahead and put this in here because it's all related. And let's go ahead and put all those in. So there's nothing in here. Yeah, nothing. I want to check one thing. Explain Japanese education from psychology. Explain Japanese education from a psychological level. Probably nothing. Education. Yeah, I see there's nothing.
Not.
Just this.
So, American juken is totally different from Japanese.
The result, it's a high stakes testing, but yeah, the study method is totally different. Completely.
So for me studying is only memorizing. So how American study, so how American student do juken or studying in high school?
Just like this. Same as this. But the for not gifted students, they have a hard time.
I couldn't imagine well. So
But you see, this is now for your Japanese gifted Japanese students. They still do memorization. The gifted students. The gifted American students use this method. we need to pick the gifted population because they use a effective method. For example, for this planning, they're always going to plan how that information is going to be used in the future. That's what the gifted students will do. And then it helps them to pick their career. If they can find a interesting career that keeps their confidence at a good level, healthy level. This is important too. EQ, emotional quotient, is an important factor. Did you hear that word before?
No. Not IQ.
Yeah. EQ is important too. But in Japan's education system, yeah, there's no emotion, no EQ, just worry. Well, that's why there's worry, because there's no EQ. I think my wife bought a book about that. There it is. Yep. And so these gifted students in the Malpass study, they have high IQ and high EQ. That's why worry, they didn't have any worry.
So how to control emotion
Yeah.
and okay, I understand. So I understand. Yeah, it's
That's a good combination. EQ and critical thinking. Actually, yeah, diet it's related. Yeah. You gotta be physically healthy too. Yeah, that's all related. Okay, students' questions in Anki were checked. Oh, you didn't even start eating it yet. I was going to bring something else, but you still, yeah, you didn't start it yet.
I eat this, so.
Oh, I'll be back. I'm going to get something to eat. Yeah, maybe I think I want to get a drink too. You want to take a break? Maybe walk around? You should walk around outside.
No, it's okay.
Okay. I'll be right back. Let's see. We can just throw this over there. I want to give you, you don't have to eat it here, you can take it home. But my wife bought this in Tokyo. She went to, no, Shizuoka. She went to, oh no, Tokyo. She went to Tokyo for a seminar.
Abekawa mochi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so yeah, why do we study Malpass? So Professor West built upon Professor Hein's research. Professor Hein is a specialist with Japanese. Yeah, and this Malpass study is strongly related. But you know, many of the students in the Malpass study, they're Nikkeijin. It says that. Do you remember reading it? They have, they know Japanese culture. You can look. Oh, you remember?
Yeah. Japanese professor and Canadian professor.
Oh no.
No.
No. She says more than half of the students were Asian Americans. That's Nikkeijin, 59.7.
Mostly 60%.
Yeah, 60%. Oh, yeah, we can clarify Japanese education easily with the Malpass study. Yeah, so we did that. Yeah, so now we know, well, yeah, from the viewpoint of the Malpass study, there's just a lot of worry in Japanese schools. So if they don't study, there won't be any worry. So I heard that Japanese students usually don't study during class, they talk with their friends.
In university, it's often, but in high school, it's not so much. I hope. So Japanese juken has a lot of problem. It's clear, I think, but it's also have a good point. So my high school teacher says this is the last time you can study, just only study all day. So and if after you graduate university, maybe you can't study so much if you want to study. So please think juken is just only bad thing. This is a kind of good opportunity to study a lot. So yeah, after I graduate university and I start working now, I understand what my high school teacher want to say. Of course, I can study, but also I need to worry about my work. So, Japanese company system is a little bit difficult to study, I think.
We won't put that in because we're not sure. It's just our opinions. Chinese want to learn from the West. Japanese want to teach the West the Japanese way. That's just our opinions. We don't know. Okay, I guess we can start studying Professor West's research again. Returns to Professor West's research. What page are we on? Oh, probably you have a question.
This week I couldn't read so much, so couldn't make any question. I think we finish 400, 413 page.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my drink. Do you remember the question?
sorry, so I couldn't read so much.
Yeah, page 415.
Oh, sorry, 413.
Hmm.
15?
Mhm. Second to last paragraph. Second, even if one wanted to mimic the Japanese system, it might not be exported easily. The Japanese experience suggests that for the system to work, it must rely not only on the correct tweaking of civil and criminal incentives, but also on well-oiled administration systems and an educated populace. Modification of institutions in a different historical and social context may not engender as efficient a lost property market as that which has apparently functioned efficiently for many generations. Any question?
Sorry.
Here's the
Last-
Japanese.
Oh. So if if American want to use Japanese lost and found law, they need to institution, and also they need to education. Is that
What kind of institution? See, this is the overall picture. It historical and social context. It's from the viewpoint of history and society. But we also we studied the psychological viewpoint. The education psychology viewpoint. And from that viewpoint, it's obvious that Japan and US education is not similar at all. And now Professor West, he's talking about the history, society. Well, if the education is not similar, the history won't be similar, the society won't be similar. No similarities. So, but you see it here, it says it must work, the people must be educated. But then we studied how the education is so different. So what's that mean? Educated populace. Especially with the Japanese. In America, they learn metaninchi, metacognition from first grade. So, you know, from that viewpoint, it's an educated populace, you know, from the metacognition viewpoint. So I guess from this lost and found viewpoint, Japanese are educated from a very young age. So again, that's that's also I'm talking about lifespan development. How an individual develops throughout life, from baby to death.
感情障害学習
障害
一生涯学習
障害学習
Sorry. this one.
Yeah.
This one.
Mm-hmm. So, how can something like the Japanese lost and found system be transferred to America? How can that be possible?
America need to change critical thinking education. So from view from the critical thinking viewpoint, lost and found role is not sweet. I think it's not 合理的.
Oh, I gotta change this.
Americans need to introduce Japanese thinking way.
Do you remember this?
Yeah. 基礎理解
The Japanese lost the first. See, we would start from the bottom and teach. See here. Do this one. These two. Teach the Japanese lost and found system. And then go to this next. And then try to apply that to America. Says here, use information in new situations. So use Japanese lost and found system in US.
so first they need to law, and Americans need to know American need to know the law about lost and found.
Teach the law,
Teach
Japanese law
Teach the Japanese law,
of lost and found.
and also they need and also America need koban, cause Japanese lost found law Japanese lost and found law need koban to work that law.
They have koban in Brazil
Brazil.
and Central America. Oh, JICA. Wow, that's interesting. JICA. Wow. You know, they work with Japan's 社会教育 system.
Yeah, I know JICA.
Okay, so it's if it works in Brazil and Central America, that's thanks to JICA. Wow, that's interesting. Wow. But JICA doesn't go to the US.
Only Brazil?
Wait a minute. JICA in the USA. Oh, there's the USA office. Anyway, let's go back to this.
They need law. They need to teach law. And they need the they need an actual system to work that law. So, like, they need to the papers. Also, they need a they need a shokuin, people who walk that road.
Like you.
I hope I
You
could.
should you should go to America.
No, no. I hope Japanese introduce American way. So these three, making law, teaching law, work to educate people who walks that road. That's that's need